Welcome to Learned and Go-Go, the podcast. My name is Sydnee. I'm your host, and I am also the author of Everything I Need to Know I Learned in Go-Go, How a Preacher's Daughter Pole Danced Her Way to Finding Her True Self. You can get your copy of my book at learnedandgogo.com. I am back with a special guest. I'm super excited to have a guest on the show today, and I want you all to welcome Aleck, also known as the Music Outcast. Welcome, welcome.
Live long and prosper. Hello there.
Awesome. So happy to have you on here. I have met Aleck through Facebook, as many of us meet online now. So we've been chatting, and I'm super excited to have you on here. But for those who are watching who don't know you, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? What do you like to do? Long walks on the beach, tequila?
I'm still too young to have to drink, but I'll be turning 21 actually this year. So
wow. Okay.
Then I'll legally be able to drink. So yeah, I'm pretty young.
I had no idea you were that young. Okay, yeah, grandma podcaster over here.
Yeah. Yeah, even Illsvn was like, dude's only 20 years old. The fuck?
Wow. No, that's great that you're accomplishing so much already. You still have so much time ahead of you.
But yeah, so I am from Green Bay, Wisconsin, live and grew up here. So right now this is not my home. I'm in my college that I go to, NWTC. So going for digital media technology / I guess music production. So
nice.
So
is very cool.
And then I started. Oh, go ahead.
No, you got.
I was gonna say, like, kind of introduce the Music Outcast, how that all started too. So pretty much the Music Outcast started last year of May 4th, actually on Star Wars Day. So that's why I remember it, because it was on Star Wars Day.
Absolutely.
So yeah, but originally it started out as a Twitch name. I had it on Twitch. I don't know why I just came up with it, not really knowing anything. It was like, I don't think I'm going to use this for anything else, so I just call myself different or whatever. And then a friend of mine, who's also associated with Illsvn, he does streams and stuff too, and he needed a song for his not really game, but I guess mod that he's doing in a game called Arms 3. So that's kind of where it all kicked off, and the song called Tension was the first single for the Music Outcast. So, and it's an instrumental too. So it was kind of a simple track, but that's kind of how it all started.
Okay, 2 questions. One, I mentioned I'm old. So what is a mod? Can you explain that to me, like what that means?
Yeah, so his mod, I think I don't really know essentially how much or like the background of it, but I think you're able to add your own, like, I guess, game or like map. I think you're able to add like your own map and like in like open world games or something like that. Or
okay, so you're just able to contribute to the game.
I think so. I think that's what it is. I've never done it, so, and I'm not really a big video game nerd, but
okay. Me either, obviously, because I'm like, I don't know what that means, and I'm always looking to learn new things. So
yeah, it's something like that, some map thing. So
okay. So you're digitally creating the music, so you're basically like programming it, because my brother did that for years, so I am familiar with. So I know how cool that is to like basically write code and have it come out as music. What got you into that kind of music?
Honestly, it was kind of my I don't know if I should say young age, but I guess young age, really when I was a teenager. When I was 15,
yesterday.
Yeah, like years ago, like 20 years ago, whatever. But when I was 15, 16, I started making music on on GarageBand, like probably everybody does. Well, all musicians, I guess. But so I started doing that. And just made some simple tracks, and I had an older YouTube channel than the one I have now, which um, unfortunately is no longer available. So all the songs that I had are pretty much gone.
Oh
Um,
no.
yeah, I should have downloaded them, but it's all right. A lot of them were,
Say, let that be a lesson to all of us to always back everything up and save it, because you
yeah,
never know.
yeah. Unfortunately, during that time, I didn't know how to back up stuff and all that. So, but most of them were crappy anyways, so it's not
They're
a
still
big
good to
deal.
go back and see, where you started. That's why I always call
Well,
my first
yeah,
podcast the book report, because it was so horrible. And I'd like to think I've gotten better since then. So it's nice to have that to gauge. But while we're talking about your different platforms, I want to throw your link tree up here so everybody
go.
knows where to follow you. Go to
Yep.
linktree / the music outcast, and that's your
That's,
socials, your
yeah,
music.
pretty much everything.
Nice.
Yeah, socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Spotify, Bandcamp. I also have a support me area, which is actually where my Bandcamp is.
Okay.
But it's also where my PayPal and Venmo is, just in case people want to pay me for something. I don't know if they
Buy
want
you
to
a
do
cup
it.
of coffee or
Yeah, do a commission or whatever. So I have those there as well. But yeah,
so
mainly the
you will
social.
design music for people if they need that.
Yeah, yep, yeah. And I'm kind of already did it with the tension song, and then I guess secondly with the new release, kind of made it for Illsvn and Marissa as well for their series that they're working on.
Which is super cool. And
Yeah,
we'll get to that in a second, because first you had a summer release, you had an entire album released,
I
right?
did. It was my technically second debut album, but I also say it's kind of my first. Um, but yeah, but it's called The Angel's Cry. So The Angel's Cry is essentially about this angel named Otto and his friend named Astrid, and both of them they get kind of kicked out of paradise, heaven, hell, whatever you want to call it. And they got to try to figure out like what to do in life, really, like what to do, where to go, how to survive, really. Um, so, um, so yeah, Otto is kind of the introduction to it, and then it goes through like kind of their journey, and then eventually in tracks um, 11 and 13, both of them die. So, so yeah, it's kind of it's like fantasy short album ish
That's
sort of
cool though.
thing. So, and that
I
was
love
with
music that's storytelling. So that
yeah,
sounds really awesome.
yeah, and that was with a friend as well. I commissioned. Well, I guess we kind of. I guess it was more of a collab slash commission thing, but we worked on it together. She made some of the music for it. I did some of the music, and then she also did the album cover for that album. So yeah,
Awesome.
the album cover is Otto. What you see, that's kind of how Otto looks and stuff. And there was a bunch of demo art that we did too, and so I know I got that some of that posted on my socials and
I was
all
just
that
about to
too.
say, can
So
people check that out on your socials? So that's, see, you're so good at this. I don't even
yeah,
have to like guide you to say it. You're like, check it out.
yep, check it out.
That's awesome. So is this album entirely instrumental?
No, not all of it.
Okay.
Most of it is, but there are a couple tracks that I speak in or sing in. It's kind of a mix, really. It's a mix of both my vocals and instrumental. So that's kind of
That's really
that's
cool.
kind of what I like to do with my music. I kind of like to mix it up, like half of it instrumental, half of it vocals or whatever. So
Oh, that's cool. It keeps it interesting, keeps everybody on their toes.
yeah, true.
that's pretty cool. And then we started talking about the EP that you made with Illsvn and Marissa. So give us a little background about how you guys connected, because I don't think you live anywhere near each other. So there's got to be a story there.
No, definitely not. So how I met Illsvn actually was he used to stream on Twitch as well. So I met him through there. I was just scrolling through Twitch one night. I don't know if it was some sort of category. I think it was The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
Okay.
Or whatever. And I was just kind of scrolling through and I saw his video and I was like, okay, I'll check this out, see if see this guy or check out this dude. And originally I was gonna like check him out, then leave, but he got me hooked kind of immediately because he started, once I came in, he kind of like started asking me questions about what I do, like the music I do. And so
I was going to say, and you're telling him this, and you just met somebody on the internet? Aleck, come on now.
But no, he's great. I love him to death, and he's been a huge supporter of my music and just me as a person ever since I met him. So yeah, he's great. And then of course met his girlfriend through Facebook and Instagram as well, because they post a lot about each other. So
well, I was going to say, you just look at them and you're like, you guys are made for each other.
Right.
Like, they're just perfect
exactly.
together.
Exactly. And they're really cute together.
Yeah. And I loved having him on as a guest too. If you guys have not seen that episode, go back and check out the episode with Illsvn 4K. That was a lot of fun. And I've been looking forward to talking to you, knowing you guys have that connection. And I see him posting about you and you posting about him all the time. And if you've seen me at all, you know my whole thing is all ships rise. We're all here to support each other. And then when you do that, when the tide comes in, all ships rise. There's enough success for everybody. So I absolutely love celebrating people that celebrate each other. So tell me about the EP. It is called the Horror EP, and you can check that out at bit.ly/the Horror EP. I'm saying horror with my South Jersey, Pennsylvania accent. I'm not saying horror. I'm saying horror.
Horror. Never heard it like that before. But yeah. So how kind of this all started. So I scrolling through Facebook, I believe Facebook or Instagram. I can't fully remember. And I saw a picture of them. It was when they were, I don't know if they were at a horror con or if they were doing something, but it's the photo where Illsvn's kind of like this. And he's got like that black eye a little bit. And I think I posted it to like my story or something like that on Instagram, and I texted future album cover ? And both Illsvn and Marissa were like, go for it. So
nice.
that's kind of how it all started. And I didn't really want to use the original photo just because of like privacy and stuff. So what I did is I uploaded the photo to ChatGPT, and it made the album cover that's the album cover. So
That's
I know the album cover in there. I know it looks like nothing like the two, but at least I like it. So
I was going to say, but you know it's them and that they inspired it and everything. So that's cool. So it's an EP, so it's not as many tracks as your album then.
Correct. Yeah, it's only 5 tracks. There was going to be 6, but unfortunately, I never had time to work on the 6 tracks, so I moved it down to 5. And track number 1 and 2 are they kind of tie into Illsvn and Marissa. I guess 3 as well. All 3 tracks tie into them because Illsvn has the 1522 thing in his bio. So I did like a little instrumental, introduction, for that song. So that was the intro. And then we have the second track, which is What's Good Guys, is Illsvn 4K, that's pretty much his song. That's so I used one of his like TikTok videos or whatever he had it on. I don't even have TikTok anymore, so but
Yeah.
I used that video, or I was trying to find videos that he would always post for his stream, and I was trying to find one that would fit into this track I was working on. So I was like, oh, okay. So I found one, and it had like Happy Horror Dates special or something like that, and I was like, this is perfect. So that's
Nice.
the so it's got like the little feedback thing in the introduction, and then it's got him, and then it goes to the like a song or whatever. So and then
Okay, that's the one where he's like speaking
yeah,
in that
yep,
one, right? Okay, I've heard
that's
that
it.
one. I like that. That's
Yeah,
really awesome.
That's the one where he's speaking.
Nice.
I was gonna put vocals in there, but I was like, you know what? He can do this. He can do this. He can. We'll just say that he recorded this and put it into the song. So
There you go. See, and if you weren't watching this show, you'd be none the wiser. You get special insider information watching this
yeah,
podcast.
yeah. And then "See You Next Tuesday" is kind of Marissa's song. It's I mean it's essentially about not being to see you next Tuesday, and it's
Yes.
really about trying to just support people, support local artists, bands, content creators, whatever. So yeah, it's kind of got like so it's about this girl, which I guess you can say is Marissa, and she's trying to get people to, you know, not support people. And if you don't support them or if you don't listen to her, she'll eat you up or whatever, or you have to pay the price for
Right.
whatever punishment it is. So yeah, that's kind of her song. It's a
That's
little
great.
dark, but
That's all right.
that's why it's called the horror EP. So because
Absolutely.
it's meant to be synth. It's meant to be dark and kind of instrumental or instrumental experimental. Um,
Right.
so and then 4 and 5 are just both instrumental tracks. Actually, the stairwell, which is track number 4, was actually in that song I originally made for Black Death Films for them to use for one of their videos. I can't remember if it was for their Flickr series or if they
I
used
would
it for
say
something else. But originally that was for them, and that song didn't really have a home after that. So I was like, you know what? I'll just put it in here. It fits perfectly. And then the unknown originally was going to be on another album that I was working on a year ago or a couple years back called Sober Abyss, which unfortunately never made it to uh, the internet or the network. I kind of just I decided not to post it. So so yeah, originally that was going to be on there, and then that album didn't work out. So I was like, I'll put this in here as kind of a outro, and it honestly it fits well with the EP because it's a really good outro to because it's kind of it's very experimental and it's very like orchestra based.
okay.
So it's a great outro to the EP.
Nice.
Yeah, so yeah, that's kind
So
of the rundown, the new release a little bit. So,
I was going to say it probably didn't fit into any other place because it was waiting for this to be its home. I believe
yeah,
things are meant to be. And as soon as you said the stairwell, I was like, Flicker. Like, because
yep,
I know that's where everybody gets killed on the stairwell. I'm hoping to still be in one of those. Like, we were talking about it before, and then, you know, how life moves
yeah,
forward, and, you know,
right,
I would still be honored. Just going to throw that
yeah.
out there, guys.
Kirsten, Ron, they're great. Of course,
Yes,
more online friends, but yeah,
absolutely.
but they're amazing. I love their series. I love what they're doing. So yeah, they're just awesome, and it was really cool to make that track originally for them because Illsvn was actually the guy who contacted me about it because they were looking for they wanted Chris and Ron wanted to work with me, and of course Illsvn Well, they knew Illsvn because I'm sure he's talked about me a lot at the horror cons or whatever they do together. So yeah, that's kind of how the stairwell kind of came out. And yeah, and I kind of branched it a little bit and kind of got inspired by little some of their episodes that they have because I know a lot of them got the stairwell thing or whatever. So yeah, that's kind of how that one came out.
And I love that creativity. Like, where's somewhere consistent we can film at cons? Hotel stairwells. Like
Right.
everyone has one, you know. So
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
really cool.
Every hotel's got one. So yeah, it's been a
You
while
never
since
know
I've
where
been
you're
at a
going to be
hotel.
inspired. Oh yeah, you're not a hotel guy.
I mean, I don't mind them. They're just way too expensive.
That's true.
They're just expensive. But
Yeah.
I mean, eventually I'll probably be living in them once I start touring or whatever.
Exactly. There you go. Because I was going to say, what is in your future plans? Where do you see the music taking you? Like, what is your dream 5, 10
Yeah.
years from now?
Yeah. So eventually, once I graduate, this is actually my last year at the college. I would like to kind of, move into the music direction and move into audio and all that. And eventually, I would like to tour and start doing all that stuff like merch and shows and all that as well. So yeah, that's in the future. I don't know if that will be right away, but I know that's going to be sometime in the future. So I don't know. I
That's
don't know.
great.
We'll see. It really just depends on what happens. What happens during this year and like the jobs I land in or whatever. So, but
All you need is one person to hook onto your music and get it viral.
there you
And
go.
that's the way it is in this day and age. At least you can get out online. You can meet people online and make those connections online that 30 years ago you'd have to be
We're able
touring
to do
now. You know.
right. Yeah, it's wild to believe that like 20 years ago or however long. I mean, people have been making music. I mean, yeah, they didn't have Facebook or Instagram or whatever. I mean, even in 2000s, I guess. I mean, Facebook and Instagram were just starting to come out, so they weren't even a thing. So yeah, they had to do shows. I mean, they had to sell merch. They had to do shows, and, like get on
You were
record
like
labels
passing out
or
cassette
whatever.
tapes.
Yeah, cassette tapes, CDs, because I mean, even like Spotify and all that stuff that
None of
wasn't there
that
yet.
didn't.
None
Nope.
of that was there yet. I think the only place you could really get music were CDs, cassette tapes. I guess MySpace was kind of the pinpoint, I guess, for that started the whole streaming thing, I guess. But
MySpace was
I never
amazing.
grew up. I never grew up with MySpace, unfortunately. So I never grew up with it. Even though I'm a 2000s kid, I was too young to be on there.
Yeah,
So
MySpace was a kindler, gentler social media.
yeah,
It wasn't all of the drama we have now, except,
yeah,
who was in your number one friend's place. That could get you into fights. But like other than that, it was just a very happy little hangout.
yeah. Isn't
So
it?
maybe we'll get
It's
back to
still a
that again.
thing now, right? But it's like, isn't it like a dating like website now or something like that?
Is it? I heard it went to like a music hub,
Oh, it
but maybe
did.
not.
Oh,
That's what I heard. I haven't been on it in,
oh,
forever. So
yeah. I've only heard about it. I've never been on it. So
yeah, it was like very simple compared to what
yeah,
things are now. So like a lot of things, it starts out one thing and then it
and it
evolves into
goes.
something
Yep, then it
else.
evolves. And I guess you could say iTunes was kind of the first, which I think it was. I think iTunes was like the first like streaming music platform that people could go on and buy music and all that too.
I
Because
think
I
you're right.
remember, I remember buying music off iTunes, off of the computer and stuff, and having to download them to the little iPods I had.
Yep.
those were good days. Those were fun times. And I
Yeah.
mean that's how I really got hooked into music, and that's how I learned like artists and found artists that I still listen to today sometimes. So, but yeah, I've always been, uh, I guess, a musician at heart. I kind of started singing at like really young age. I think it was like maybe I don't know 3 or 4, maybe 3 or 4 years
Oh, wow.
old, and Elton John was the first musician I ever listened to, and I actually saw him in concert once too. I vaguely remember it, but I did see him in concert one time. That was maybe I think I was 5 or 6. So yeah, I don't really remember it all that well,
I'm
but
jealous. I
I
love
do.
Elton John.
Yeah, I remember it through pictures and all that stuff. And yeah, he kind of paved the way, I guess, for um, where I'm at today. So
Well, what are some of
so
your other favorite artists that you like to listen to?
Kevin Max, he's a well he well, I don't want to say he was really Christian because he wasn't really Christian, but he's a I guess you could say he's kind of experimental alternative stuff. I've been listening to his stuff really ever since I was in middle school.
Okay.
So I've always been hooked to him, and he's been one of my favorite artists for yeah, a long time. And I always get inspired sometimes with his music and with my music. Like sometimes I'll get inspired by one of his songs, and then I'll try to like put it into my song or something. That's why I've been doing a lot of like spoken word songs because he does a lot of that. 'Cause he also does poetry
Okay.
and all that as well. So he's got like I think 2 or 3 spoken word albums, 2 for sure. Um, so yeah, so that's why I like doing the spoken word um, stuff too. That's always fun, especially for like a song that doesn't really fit singing. I like doing the speaking and all that stuff too. So
Cool. Has he ever been associated with a group or is he just a solo
yeah,
artist?
he was with two Christian groups. He was in a '90s band called DC Talk.
I was going to say, is he
Um,
DC Talking Newsboys guy?
yep, yep.
See, I knew. That's why I'm like,
He was the DC Talk dude, and then he was in what's the other one he was in? Oh, Audio A, I think, or Audio Adrenaline. He
oh,
was
I
in that
forgot
one
about
for
them.
he was in that one for like a year, I think. And then he kind of said Hasta Luisa. So
Gotcha.
so yeah, but he's most famous for DC Talk, and
That's so funny because like I
so
grew up listening to Christian music. That's why I'm like, I know that
so did
name.
I. So
That yeah.
so yeah. So yeah, that's what he's most famous for. And of course they split back in 2001 and they started doing the solo stuff and all that.
Gotcha.
I think they even have they have like a little EP thing where they put a couple of their solo stuff into an album, kind of as
Oh,
a
okay.
kind of as a intermission, I guess. I think it's solo 1+1+1 or something like that. I can't remember. And then I think the intermission greatest hits or something came out after that. And then after that, yeah, they never because I think originally they were going to come back like after a couple solo albums, but they just got all 3 of
They
them
just
just got so into it, and they s- started. They just did more solo stuff, and they didn't really get back together. Um, so, and then yeah, the Tate guy or whatever, he went with Newsboys for a while.
that's who I was thinking, the guy that just because
Yeah,
when you said he's not really a Christian guy, I was like, oh, are you talking about
not
Tate?
yeah. Yeah. I mean, really, K Max isn't either. I mean, you can kind of tell with Stereotype B that he was. I mean, he was kind of like I think he always says like deconstructing and reconstructing. or
Yep.
something like that. So I mean, he was going through it for ever since his first solo album.
Right.
And yeah, and then now recently with what happened with Tate, um, I don't know. I don't know the full story on that, but I know it wasn't too great, and
Mm-mm.
he got kicked out of Newsboys for it,
Yeah.
which is it's kind of sad because he was with them for a long time, and
Yeah.
he did really well with them. He didn't really do so good as a solo artist. So him partnering with the Newsboys, he did really well. So yeah, it's sad to see what happened with him, but
Yeah.
no, that's
And
how
that's the
life
thing. You
is.
never know who people are outside of the
Right.
spotlight, you know?
Yep.
So,
So yeah, he's Kevin Max will always be, yeah, he'll always be my favorite. I love his stuff. I love because his music is, I mean, it's a lot like mine. It's very experimental. It's not like the typical one genre thing. Like I know a lot of artists these days. I mean, even new artists coming up, they always say, "Oh, you got to pick a genre. You got to just stick with it." It's like, no, you don't. Fuck that.
mm-mm. Exactly. You can do all kinds of
Yeah,
shit, like whatever
you
you
can do
feel
all
like.
kinds of stuff. So yeah, so I always that's why I always label myself as like alternative slash experimental rock because I mean my music is not all one genre. I mean just listen to the EP and then go listen to the Angels Cry. They're very
Right.
different music styles. Then so and
And
that's
I
what
like think of it
everybody
this way,
likes.
like my liked songs on Spotify go from, like show tunes to death metal and everything in
Yeah,
between. Like, so why would we want to put artists in a box when we as listeners don't
right,
really fit in a box? So I
right,
say go
exactly.
for it.
Yeah,
Whatever you're
no,
doing, feeling inspired to do.
yeah, yeah,
And
and that's
that's
how
cool that you have the talent to back it up and be like, I saw this and it inspired me, and now I have this entire EP. Like,
yeah,
that's awesome. That's really
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that the EP was mainly inspired by Illsvn, and Marissa. Um, so yeah, that's kind of how it all started, and now it's available everywhere you listen to stuff, whatever streaming platform you use. So,
And that's awesome. And you can always go to the Music Outcast socials and keep up with where you can find stuff too. So
yep,
click on the link tree
yeah,
to get to all the
click on
things.
there. That's
Yes.
the place. You can also, I guess, you can also go to my Bandcamp stuff too, because there's actually some music on there that's not available anywhere else. Kind of like what we talked about earlier.
The
So I did
secret singles.
yeah, the secret singles that aren't available anywhere else. So and I do have a couple. I guess we can talk about this. So the recent, I guess, secret single was a Star Trek song. It's called 10 Forward, where no man has gone before. So, and
Nice.
it's basically kind of this, I don't want to say dance, but I would say maybe like EDM techno
Okay.
kind of vibe. And I got like the introduction is the introduction from the original series, the little intro they had. So and then it plays the song, and it got like other clips from some of the movies and like Next Generation or whatever. Um, so yeah, that's the recent one. Trying to think, I did a cover as well from another favorite band called Falling Up. Now called the Chilling Alpine Adventure. I post about them sometimes as well. So I don't know if you've seen those, but well, and actually
That doesn't ring a bell.
the shirt I got on is actually one of their albums. I don't know if you can see this, but
Oh, okay. Yeah.
that's one of their albums. So
Very cool.
yeah, I did a cover. It wasn't originally. I know it wasn't under um, the Falling Up name because the lead singer has like he always reminds me of the guy from Deftones because
Okay.
he's in like hundreds of different bands. And he's done like so many side projects that I don't know how many people can keep up with it. So he always reminds me of the Deftones guy. because
Gotcha.
I know he did a ton of side stuff too, like crosses, all that stuff. So yeah, I think it was under it was under some other band name that he did. I think it was Gloomcatcher or Cade Farrow. I think it was Cade Farrow, and
Okay.
the song is called Watchers. So I think I have it labeled as like Watchers Falling Up cover or something like that. So yeah,
Oh,
that was
nice.
that was also a summer release. That was a secret summer release back in July, I believe. July or June of last year. I can't fully remember. So but
I
that's
love
on
all
there.
these
That's
like
on there as
secret
well.
releases though.
Yeah, that's on there as well. And then there's I have another album called the Instrumental Collection, and it's basically all the instrumentals that I've made so far. So that's a secret Bandcamp thing as well. I think eventually I'm probably going to release that to Spotify and stuff, but for now it's Bandcamp only.
Okay.
So
Make
that's
sure
a
you have
little.
it backed up.
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah, I do. I
Good.
definitely do. I don't have like a folder for it, but I have all the songs that
Oh,
like
good.
all my instrumental songs. So I mean, I could just easily you know put it put it on there.
Very cool.
So yeah, and
Yeah,
then
well that
there's what's the other one? Can't remember. Oh, the Crazy Geezer podcast intro song is also on there, and
nice.
so yep, that's
And
on
tell
there as
me
well.
again whose podcast that is, because I know
That's Chris's podcast, not
I
Chris
was gonna
Ave,
say it's
but
Chris
um,
starts with a G.
yeah, it starts with a G. I can't think of it right now,
Gaither?
but I think so.
I'm like afraid of mispronouncing it. That's why I was hoping you knew it because I
Some
had the name in my head, but
yeah, I know it's something with the G, but
he's a sweetheart too.
yeah,
He's another Facebook friend.
he's another Facebook friend. Yeah, how we got connected, or how I got connected with him, of course, through Illsvn. So pretty
Yes.
much everybody that I know now is like from Illsvn. So
I was gonna say I'm sure that's how we connected. Like I
yeah,
don't remember for sure, but I would bet. So
I think it was through Illsvn, and like everybody else I know now that's a friend of Illsvn's. It's like they're my friends now. So well, online friends.
yes,
So
online friends are friends.
yeah,
So
yep,
I talk to my online peeps a lot more than my people my in real life friends live further
same,
away than a lot of
same,
my online friends. So
same. Yeah, same. I do the same thing. But yeah, I hopped on his podcast um, a month ago, I think, um, or something like that. So that's available as well on YouTube. And I think I posted. I know I have it as well because I posted it on my podcast thing. That unfortunately right now is not. I'm not really doing anything with it right now, but it's called the Music Outcast Adventures. And it's essentially kind of audio series of where I'm going through like kind of the behind the scenes of a couple of my songs. And a
they're
recent,
sharing the process and the
yeah, kind of sharing
inspiration,
the
all that.
process a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah, so recently the last one I did before I uploaded the Chris's and Mine podcast was the Imposter's Tale Chapter 6, making a demo. So it's kind of it's the whole process of the Halloween release of last year. So the Imposter's Sale, and yeah, unfortunately, I haven't had the time to continue with it. So I don't know if I'm gonna pick it back up or not. But it's kind of left on a cliffhanger. So
Well, that's the good thing about it is you can pick it up whenever, and you're right
yeah,
now you're juggling school and your other projects, so there's only so
yep,
many hours in a day, You'll get back
yeah.
to
I
it.
got the Angels Cry and the Horror EP were the two biggest projects I wanted to get out there for
Yeah.
2025. So those were the two big ones. And of course, I had a couple singles like VIP Glow with Sammy Morningstar,
Morningstar? Oh,
Morningstar.
I love her.
Yep. So she she's on the album cover. She didn't sing or speak or whatever. I know she's so busy with her roles and acting and all that too. But yeah, she's on the album cover. And then I
She's on
have
my wall right
oh
there.
oh nice. Oh, that's pretty cool.
We're in the Red Huntress together. She was my
Oh,
roomie
that's
during
right.
filming. Yeah,
That's
she's
right.
an awesome person.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot you guys did that together. That series is amazing. So I love that series. So
I'm
it's
glad
great.
you enjoy it.
Yeah, I love it. Are you guys continuing that, or are you done
Ye-
with it?
They're filming episode 4 now. I've been bumped back to episode 5 because they couldn't get the location in time
Oh,
for me
okay.
to be in 4. But I will be in upcoming episodes, so keep an eye
Okay.
out if you know why
Nice.
that's funny. Okay.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. I definitely will. But yeah, she's in a single. That single was kind of well, it kind of really wasn't. It really wasn't planned out. I was just I wanted to do some. I wanted to release something before I released the horror EP because the last thing I really released before that was the Angels Cry album. So I kind
Yes.
of wanted to kind of separate the two releases. So VIP Glow, which is also a new single, and it's also a recent release. That was August 12th, I believe that came out, or August 14th. Um,
Nice.
so yeah, so that's in there. So that's there now too, and then the horror EP, and then yeah, I got a couple projects I'm working on. I'm working on a remix, I guess single slash EP of the Imposter's Tale because I want to do like a special thing for its 1 year anniversary. I know people wait until like the 20th anniversary of a song or album, but I was like, well, this is only one song, and I kind of want to do something special because the Imposter's Tale was a really experimental song, and it was a personal song for me as well
Oh,
with um, kind of what I was going through with like spirituality and all that too. So I kind of put that in the song and all that. So I was like, well, I haven't done a remix EP or a remix album. So, and I know a lot of artists do it after like their second debut album or something like that. So I was like, well, why not? So I got Bobby Cares or whatever his name. So I got him. Um, he did the he did the music scoring for Swine and Dime for
oh,
Black
okay.
Hat
Yes.
Films. So
Yes.
he's going to be working on a um, kind of a horror synthwave remix of the Imposter Sale, and then
Very cool.
I got a synthwave remix and like a I think it's called Future Garage or Future Synthwave or something like that. Um, so it's gonna be like a 3 track EP, maybe 4. I might add one more, but kind of waiting for Bobby to get um, his thing done, and then eventually that will be released either this Halloween or um, sometime sometime at the end of this year. I'm probably hoping to get it out there, maybe just through Bandcamp or maybe like a Spotify Bandcamp thing.
Perfect.
So we'll see. So that would be kind of the ending of I guess the Music Outcast for 2025. Um, so yeah, we'll see. Because that was originally the Imposter Sale was the last release that I did in 2024. Um,
Okay.
so
So that's cool. You're like bringing it back around. Like you
yeah,
said, it's the 1 year
kind of bringing it back
anniversary.
around a little bit because yeah, it's going to be a year this Halloween, which is crazy to think
It goes
about.
by
So
fast, doesn't it?
yeah, it does. And then I'm working on. Um, I just started this yesterday, or well, a couple days ago. Then I'm working on my self-titled album right now. So I'm
Excellent.
going to be releasing a self-titled. Hoping it won't be out by this year, but it should be out sometime next year, sometime in
Nice.
2026. So
Is that one also going to be inspired by spirituality? Because I'm noticing a theme here now. The more that we're talking,
kind of a little bit. Yeah, it'll be inspired a little bit by spirituality. I mean, I also just want to do a self-titled album because I know that's what a lot of other artists as well do, and it's always good to have one, I guess,
sure.
just in case. So, so yeah, it'll be based a little bit on that, but I'm also I'm I kind of want to mix it in with like another like fantasy story thing as
Okay.
well. So it's probably gonna be like a mix of both. Um, so like I said, it's a little early to kind of know what's gonna happen with that album, but
It
it's
hasn't introduced itself
yeah,
to you yet.
it hasn't. Yeah, it's eventually I'll figure it out. So
Absolutely.
right now I got 4 tracks. I'm planning to probably have at least probably 11 tracks on the album.
Wow.
And right now I got 4 finished. I remember the names now. I know one is called Over the Edge, because that's kind of another spiritual album. And it's also the outro. It's also going to be the outro for the album. And then we have Into the Bag, which is going to be the first track, I believe. Can't remember. Trying to remember the track list now, but I know that's another one. And then there's a couple other ones. The Hallway, and I think the last one is for right now. It's called Dreamer of the Night. So
Nice.
Dreamer of the Night is kind of well, and I guess the Hallway are kind of like that. Um, Kind of like that mixture of like the fantasy and spiritualism thing.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm excited for it. Of course, like I said, I can't really say a lot about it because it's early. It's early yet,
Absolutely.
but I'm hoping to
But I
get that
really
out
love that you are
by next
constructing
year.
full stories that are albums. So many people now you don't even listen to albums anymore, but the
Yeah,
way that you're
it's really
designing them
sad.
are to be listening to the
Yeah,
entire thing, not just a couple singles.
yeah.
And that's awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't mind releasing singles. I mean, I love doing singles, but it seems like now it's like that's what all new artists are doing. They're just doing singles, or they're just doing like a 9 or 8 track album. It's like what happened to the full length like 11, 12, 13 track albums? What happened to
Yep.
those?
I
So
remember 12 being like the average. And then if
yeah,
you get an album with like 18, it was like, ooh, it was like really exciting.
something like that. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
The Angels Cry actually has 13. Well, it has 13 tracks on Spotify, Apple Music, whatever. But then on Bandcamp, it's got 15. So the
That's
bonus, so the
secret
secret
bonus.
tracks, a couple secret tracks on there. So yeah,
Nice.
so yeah,
That
that's
is
kind of that's the main rundown, I guess, of what's going on. So
awesome.
so yeah,
Well, you've got a lot of exciting stuff ahead, which is super cool.
yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for both projects, but I think I'm really excited for the self-titled because I know a lot of artists, a lot of musicians don't do that anymore. So I'm really excited to get that out there. Hopefully, like I said, I don't really even have a release date for it yet, but I know it's gonna be sometime like early 2026, like maybe January,
Oh, wow.
maybe February, maybe even
I was
March.
thinking more like June, that
Yeah, I mean,
early. Wow.
or maybe June. Like I said, there's no official release date yet, so it's
Right. Well,
really
just because I know you're still compiling the songs. That's why I was like, wow, really? Dang.
yeah, yeah. I kind of like work on if I have like a album done and it's like releasing or album or EP done and it's like or it's gonna release to streaming services. Then I kind of start like thinking of other ideas or thinking of other music stuff to curate for other projects. So yeah, I'm always working on music. Like not not like every day I'm working on music, but when I can, I'll do something. So
Well, that's cool. And I'm sure you're being inspired when you're not actively working on it too. And that's kind
yep,
of starting the new projects in your head before you get a chance to actually create them.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely excited for that. Um, I know for sure it'll be out 2026. And then eventually there will be release dates, cover art, whatever. Well, actually, I already kind of. I have like a demo cover art that I'm kind of thinking about for
Okay.
it, but um, so yeah, eventually I'll be posting about that. I'll probably be posting about that probably pretty soon, probably maybe September or October, um, something like that. I just got to think of like what to say because I don't want to spoil too much.
Right. Yeah. You just want to get
So
everybody's interest peaked without giving it
yeah,
all away. So
yeah. The horror EP will kind of be the last. Uh, it'll be the last release for a little bit. So there's not going to be really anything. Well, I guess besides the remix EP, but again, I'm probably going to wait to do that until October, November. So it'll be a couple months before anything else is released. So, but
yeah,
yeah,
but you've
definitely.
got so much going on. You're just like, well, I'm just going to do this in October and this in January. And this, I'm like, dude, you are
Yeah,
just like,
I mean these days, I mean even the music, like the algorithm for like music and all that has changed. Like now, like I mean, like 20 years ago, it took like, I don't know, 2 years or like to do one album. And then it took like, maybe another 2 or 3 years for their other albums. And now it's like, you got to be releasing stuff like at least every other month.
it's
So
insane.
you can like get, so people can stay engaged and stuff. Otherwise, people are just they're gonna go somewhere else. So yeah, you, unfortunately, you kind of can't really take a break anymore. You kind of
Keep it
gotta keep
going.
it. So, so yeah,
Everybody
that's
has a short attention span anymore. So you got to
well,
keep
right.
it.
Yeah, you gotta keep it going. And I mean, with all the new like music and now these days, I mean, there's probably a song that they release or something like at least every month.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
there'll be an EP, and then next month there will be a single or something like that. So yeah, that's kind of what I kind of want to do. I kind of want to start, which I guess I'm already doing it, but I want to start releasing stuff like monthly, whether that be EPs or singles or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Well, you could probably create an album and then just release a couple songs a month until,
yeah,
the whole album's out. So you're not driving yourself into
right,
exhaustion
right,
creating, but you're keeping everybody,
yeah,
oh, I want to know what happens next, especially if it's a story album,
yeah,
because then they're going to be waiting to see where the story goes next.
yep, yeah.
You
That's what
know,
I'll probably be doing for self-titled. I'll probably be releasing a single probably at the end of the year here. Probably just yeah, keep kind of like a little introduction, I guess, to
right.
what's happening in 2026. So yeah, that'll be the end of the year, and then we got, of course, the remix, the Imposter Sale remix, which hopefully will be out by Halloween. If not, maybe November. Um, So yeah, we'll see. But the main two projects, like I said, were The Angels Cry and the Horror EP, which both of the both of those albums they do have singles. I did release a single, or well, a couple singles for both of them. So Angels Cry was the only single for the Angels Cry album, and
Okay.
then track number two off the Horror EP, What's Good Guys is Just on 4K, was the single for the Horror EP. So,
That was the first one you sent to me. And I'm like, oh,
yep,
this
that
is
was
great.
it. That was the first. Yep, that was the first one. And I know and Elson texted me this morning. And he was like, "Me and Marissa love it, dude. We can't wait to use it in our in their creepy couple series or whatever they're doing with that series or whatever. So
That's they crack me up because they're just like designed for what they're doing together.
yeah,
It's like it just fits when it shows up in my news feed. I'm like, sweet.
yeah,
So
yeah. It's kind of sometimes I miss their posts and stuff, but every time I see it, it's like, oh, nice.
and I
So
can't
yeah,
wait to
that's
see what you do with them down because you guys just have a natural collaboration. So I can't wait
yeah,
to see what
yeah.
else you guys create together.
That's kind of what the horror EP was kind of all about. I mean, it's really for them. It's really for them to use in their series or whatever else they're doing. Um, so yeah, it's really an EP for them, and that's why I made it. I made it for them so they can use and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm excited for what they're gonna do with it in their series and all that. So yeah, I'm super stoked for that to
They'll
see
have
what
to
they
get
do.
you in as like a guest, in the series. Like you can have a part and do some
Yeah, there you
acting
go.
in their thing since you got the music for it.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, they could just Photoshop me or something. I don't know. I don't know. They can just
We do a lot of
Photoshop me
stuff
or
mobile.
something.
It's all good.
Or
Mobile
yeah,
and put you in
or
there, you know?
yeah, or that too. You can do that. Like I can record something, and yeah, they could just make it like I'm there, but I'm actually not. So yeah,
Exactly. That's
there's
how it's movie magic.
yeah,
You do the music magic and they'll do the movie magic and it all comes
yep,
together.
yeah.
That's great.
It's crazy these days, even with like all the um, like the AI stuff that's coming out. It's wild.
Crazy.
So
Yeah. Like that's what's been cool with some of the projects I've been involved in. Curse of the Ghostwriter, all of my stuff I've done, and I'm like in a movie with people who have filmed in Texas and people who have filmed in Nebraska, and it all comes together.
yeah,
So it's really cool. It's like making your own symphony of sorts because all the different parts
yep.
come together. So
Yeah, yeah, it's awesome, and I mean, I've even used like AI now. Well, like we said, the horror EP album cover that was AI made. Um, well, kind of, I guess, based on a picture, but still.
right. It
So
was AI tweaked.
yeah, it was AI tweaks. It's yeah, no, it's not fully AI because I don't do fully AI album covers.
Yeah.
I want my friends to be in album covers, or I want artists I know to do an album cover for me, or whatever. Because that's what I just like to do.
Yeah.
So I mean, and I've even used like some AI stuff for like lyrics and stuff too.
Okay.
Actually, the not VIP Glow. Well, VIP Glow, I had a little bit of AI lyrics in there, but I also added in like my own, and then See You Next Tuesdays, kind of all written by AI.
Really?
Yeah, it's a little bit. I can't really fully remember what I told it, but I think it was like make a horror like lyrics about being to see you next Tuesday or something like that. So
Right. And it was like,
yeah,
here you go.
yeah. I mean, of course, I had to tweak some stuff, and I added some stuff in there because some of the AI stuff or the lyrics don't really make sense. So
Yeah.
so I had to so I guess I kind of wrote the lyrics as well. It was kind of it's both me and
It was
AI.
a
So
collab, you and AI
yeah,
collab.
yeah. So you do with the like the AI lyrics like generator stuff. You do kind of have to like you do have to edit it because yeah, some stuff doesn't make sense. So
Yeah. It's funny because where I go get my nails done, they always play AI music, and there's actually one song that says, "This is not a real song, but you're hearing it anyway." That's the
yeah,
lyrics of the song because it's an AI song.
that's crazy. And yeah,
Yeah.
that's it's crazy now though too. It's like um, with all the AI music, it's like now people can well yeah people can upload AI music to Spotify or whatever, and they can say,
Yeah.
oh, I wrote this or whatever. It's like, and you hear it, you listen to it. It's like, no, you didn't.
Yeah. And that's the
You
thing.
didn't
My
write this.
my theme song was actually created by my brother, like I said, back in like the late 90s, early 2000s. And every time I publish it, it tells me that I'm blocked in India because somebody there saying they wrote it. I'm like, no,
Yeah. Oh,
no.
yeah. I get that too. Even with my music. I mean, and I don't even do like the copyright claim thing on YouTube or Facebook or whatever they got.
Right.
But I mean, even with some of the music I put like for videos and stuff on mainly on Facebook, it'll say like your video is muted in certain countries where Meta
Yep.
doesn't have the rights to it. It was like, what?
Exactly. And I'm like, I
It's
don't
like
think I'm blowing
I
up in
wrote this.
India.
I went
So,
into Logic, used a sample, and wrote it. Why is it muted? It's not
right.
AI.
Exactly.
I don't
Yep.
do the AI music garbage. I write my own music. I create the samples or the beats and put it, find something I like and put it in there. So
Cool. Well, that is awesome. Well, was there any parting words that you had for everybody listening? We already told them check out your link tree, check out the
yeah,
horror EP.
I don't, not really. I guess
I was going to say,
I always like to say welcome to the Outcast Shire. Or
nice.
that's kind of I guess that's kind of like my motto. I guess.
Awesome.
So I guess it's not really an outro thing, but it works.
It's all
So,
good. I wish I knew that at the beginning. We could have had that for the
oh yeah,
opener, but it's okay.
that's all right. I mean, it could be used as an opener sometime.
There you go.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
If
thanks
I
for
had
having
the editing
me on.
technology to move it to the front, I would. So everybody just
There you go.
pretend that was in the beginning.
Yeah, because you're gonna edit. Are you planning to edit this, or do you just post
I
it?
I was, but I don't think it needs to be. I don't think we had any. I didn't fall out of my chair. We didn't like stop talking. So I think we're
Yeah,
doing good. I think
there
it's
you
good
go.
to go as is, unless there's something you're like, would you please take that out?
I no,
I don't think there's.
I don't think so.
I
So I
think
think
we did
we're
good.
yeah, I think we did good too, and it was awesome being on here, and thank you for having me on.
Yeah, thank you
So
for coming
great,
on. And
definitely
everybody
won't
make
be the
sure.
last.
I'm sorry.
I said it definitely won't be the last, like Chris likes to say.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll do this again. This was fun. And you're
Yeah.
going to have more projects to talk about. So I'll have to have you
Yep.
on when they're ready to
Yep.
come out too.
Yeah, I know. Chris wants to get me on his podcast again. So
Yeah,
we'll
I need
see.
to be there because we were set up and then something happened. So we had to reschedule and we
Oh yeah,
haven't gotten it yet. So I'm excited. I'm excited to be on there.
my
So
video should be up there. I think it's. I don't know if you ever checked it out. I think it's episode 7 or 8. I can't
okay.
I can't remember um, the number. I think it's episode 7. So yeah, but that's on his YouTube channel. I think it's Crazy Geezer Podcast Productions or something. I don't know. He can always send it to you, I guess,
Absolutely.
I can send it to you as well because I know I
I
have it.
follow it. So I know I
Yeah,
have it on my social media.
there you
But
go.
like I said, he's a super nice guy too.
Oh
So
yeah, he's cool. I mean,
I like supporting nice people.
yeah, not
So.
the not the people who 30-year-olds just sit in their basement and
Not the C and
harass people. Yeah,
Yes, exactly.
yeah, yeah. It's I don't understand why people do that, but
I will
well,
never understand, but I just try to balance it out with good energy.
right. Yeah,
So,
yeah. I mean, I've always learned just to ignore it. So it's like, okay. I mean, if you want to hate, you can hate. I don't care. I don't
yep.
care. I'm still gonna create, and I'm still gonna create music and stuff. I don't care about your comment. I really don't.
Exactly.
I could care
Yep.
less.
Yep. Because
So,
when you start caring about it, you're giving them your power. So
yep,
don't even bother.
yep, yeah. Don't even
Awesome.
bother.
Well,
So,
thank you again for joining me. I'm going to do my
yeah, thank
usual
you.
outro.
All
It's
right,
going to be
sounds
weird. I
good.
haven't done it in weeks, but just
There you
remember
go.
that when life comes at you, make sure you take problems head on because when you stick your head in the sand, you think you're hiding from the world, but everybody else just sees a big ass. Love ya.